Documentary by Logan Hafey
and Tanner Zimmerman.
The Lusitania. The story of innocence in an unknown conflict. The Lusitania was a luxury ship from the Cunard Line. It was the fastest ship of its time. Then, on May 7, 1915, it was torpedoed by a German submarine. Although Germany did not want America as an enemy, they had no choice but to torpedo the Lusitania. The ship, in fact, acted as a sneaky warship that threatened the Germans. The Germans feared it was hiding war munitions that were headed to Liverpool, England. Also, the attack on the Lusitania could have been avoided, since everyone on the ship was warned. And others knew the attack was going to happen and told no one.
World War I, a time of conflict and war. Every nation was battling, except for America. The UK, France, Italy, Serbia, Belgium, and Russia were the Allies, while Germany, Austria-Hungary, Bulgaria, and the Ottoman Empire were the Central Powers. But where was America? America remained neutral, for President Woodrow Wilson strived to keep them out of the war. As the war carried on, Britain and Germany continuously fought to get America on their side.
The U.S. would not buckle and remained out of the war. But Germany soon made an unwise decision. They torpedoed the Lusitania, which presented an act of unrestricted submarine warfare. Unrestricted submarine warfare is a naval type of warfare, where a submarine attacks ships without warning.
At the time the ship was hit, it had many innocent lives on board. The lives were of people from all places, including America. In fact, the Lusitania's roster of passengers included
949 British citizens, including residents of Canada,
71 Russians,
15 Persians,
8 French,
6 Greeks,
5 Swedes,
3 Belgians,
3 Dutch,
2 Italians,
2 Mexicans,
and 1 traveler, each from Denmark,
Spain,
Argentina,
Switzerland,
Norway,
and India.
The American complement by Cunard's official tally then totaled 189. The total number of passengers included the crew was on average 1,958. Germany warned the citizens with the newspaper article before they had left. The article stated, "Notice: travelers intending to embark on the Atlantic voyage are reminded that a state of war exists, that the zone of war includes the waters adjacent to the British Isles, that in accordance with formal notice given by the Imperial German government, that travelers sailing in the war zone do so at their own risk."
The citizens did not listen, since they knew the Lusitania could outrun a submarine. Captain Turner reassured this by saying it was a hoax. Captain Turner told reporters, "It's the best joke I've heard in many days, this talk of torpedoing." The Lusitania was also supposedly carrying war munitions to Liverpool, England. Some of the passengers on board had survived. Those passengers said they had experienced a second explosion. The explosion could have been caused by the hidden munitions on board.
The thought of war munitions on board worried the Germans enough to take action. Therefore, they ordered the U-20 to torpedo the ship. The ship's manifest said to be holding mainly sheet brass, copper wire, cheese, beef, butter, lard, and bacon. But researchers later found that there were war munitions on board. An excavation took place in 2007 by Greg Bemis. Some munitions that were recovered were bullets to the Remington 303 rifle.
Also, there was a large amount of gun cotton. 18 containers of incomplete fuses for a 4.5 or 6-inch caliber high shell. These shells were explosive. And there was a shrapnel shell that was 13 pounds. Additionally, an immense amount of bullets were found. They were found in an area of the Lusitania that was not carrying any cargo.
The Remington bullets and all other supplies found were for the British. Lastly, the conflict could have been avoided. How? By Room 40. Room 40 was a group of people that worked together in an Admiralty house in London. They were a secret and discreet British intelligence program.
This program was ran by the Royal Navy and MI1 by British military. Room 40 sparked our interest after interviewing the author of Deadweight. The email interview consisted of 3 questions since Eric Larson was traveling and had little time due to a strict schedule. One of the questions asked was, "Were there any events that you found that were surprising to you?" Eric's answer to the question was, how much British intelligence knew about this particular submarine, how quickly the ship sank. Only 3 of the 4 boiler rooms were in operation, and the existence and operation of Room 40.
Room 40 decoded German messages that were in secret text only the German knew. Room 40 was able to do this because they found books with secret codes the German used to communicate. After the messages were translated by Room 40, it was sent to Winston Churchill, Jackie Fisher, and Admiral Oliver. Some of the messages sent were by the U-boat U-20, which sank the Lusitania. The submarine was captained by Walter Schwager.
The U-20 gave her position about every 4 hours, and Room 40 found that the Lusitania was headed in the same direction. The U-boat's telegram states,
1600 hours, 54.03 north, 5.25 east. 2000 hours, 54.33 north, 4.25 east. 2400 hours, 55.03 north, 3.35 east. 0400 hours, 55.39 north, 2.45 east. 0800 hours, 56.15 north, 1.18 east. 1430 hours sank British SS Lusitania by torpedo without warning 15 seconds off the old head of Queenston. The Lusitania was supposed to receive an escort to avoid any dangers, but Churchill canceled it without letting the captain know about the oncoming U-boat.
Churchill fled the scene after deciding not to let the Lusitania know about the message they received or the escort that had been cancelled. Churchill supposedly wanted America to enter the war on Britain's side, so he might not have warned the Lusitania because he hoped it would make them despise the Germans, which it did. After the sinking of the Lusitania, many, including Americans, died.
On average, 1,197 people lost their lives. When America found out what happened, many citizens grew opinions against Germany. Those opinions did not boost America right into the war, but when a few more innocent ships were torpedoed and sunk, President Woodrow Wilson had had enough. America soon entered the war on the side of Britain. In conclusion, we believe the sinking of the Lusitania was not Germany's fault, for the people were warring not to travel, the ship was so wrongfully carrying munitions on an innocent civilian ship, and Room 40 selfishly kept valuable information to themselves. Overall, Germany had no choice to torpedo the Lusitania to protect the country and themselves.